Good morning, everybody. We should make a quick video today because in the last 2 days we had two new character trailers for games that I care about, and I just want to talk about them briefly. I'm not going to do a trailer reaction video or anything, with a thumbnail me going or anything, because I kind of hate videos like that. I think they're kind of hacky, but I just want to mention my thoughts on these two trailers and then talk a little bit about the content that is coming up. So we had the final reveal trailer for Nocter, as well as the date that he's going to be coming out, and then we had the guest character reveal for Soul Calibur 6, which turned out to be Geralt from the Witcher series. So let's talk about them separately. First of all, Nocter, I think a lot of us were surprised that he's going to come out this soon. It's obviously great news. Some of us were afraid that he might not show up until the summer, and then they just dropped that he's actually going to come this month, which was, yeah, super positive. I'm very excited to get some new series content into Tekken 7. That isn't Geese. I've talked about before how I actually think that Geese's implementation, like everything about Geese really, is not appealing to me, and I think his implementation into the game has also been extremely problematic. But Noctis looks to be much more up my alley, and so I'm excited to try the character and to make content on him. I don't think there's any point right now in actually going through the new trailer and talk about all the moves we saw or anything, because we're actually going to have our hands on the character in less than 4 days. He's coming out on the 20th, which means that I could just save that for when I actually have the character and we can go into practice mode and we can go through the move list and talk about everything. So the content that is going to be coming out on him is, first of all, the same day he comes out, we're going to do a full run through of the move list and learn as much as we can. Then I'm going to take that online and we're going to make some videos where we play some matches and try and figure out how he plays and what his strategy is. And then hopefully within 1 or 2 weeks of the release, when we get some decent frame data on the character, I'm going to make my tutorial on how to actually play him and teach you what I think should be his optimal strategy and so on, and we'll talk about that. So there's going to be a lot of Noctis in the next couple of weeks, and I hope you're looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to trying him. I'm just going to mention that two things that we hadn't seen before that showed up in the trailer was he has some kind of dodge roll stance that goes into like a slide and stuff. And then we saw some sort of built-in automatic sidestep teleport thing, which looks really gimmicky and might worry you, but you can't really say anything about it until you actually have the frame data. I mean, that roll Bob has something very similar to that. That doesn't really help him all that much. And that sidestep thing looks a little bit like electric sidestep from Elisa, which isn't a super powerful tool or anything. So it's completely dependent on how he actually plays. So we'll just have to wait and see. But it's a very cinematic character. He's not, he doesn't have EX meters or fireballs. He seems to function much more like a typical Tekken 7 character, which I love. So yeah, I'm really excited to try him, and I hope you're excited too. We'll see on the 20th. And now let's talk a little bit about the Geralt reveal for Soul Calibur. I'm one of the people who were obviously hoping that it would be the Good Hunter from Bloodborne. Bloodborne is one of my favorite video games of all time in any genre. I think it's a masterpiece. I think it's crazy that a game that has that much creativity and vision just got actually released. I think it's an amazing game, and I had this fantasy of the hunter actually having two stances, one where the saw cleaver is folded up and one when it's in the trick weapon state, and then that could be like a fun character gimmick. Who knows, it might still show up. But we got Geralt, and I've played The Witcher. They're obviously good games as well, and he seems to fit well into the world and everything, so I'm sure it's going to be a very satisfying experience for the Soul Calibur crowd. But more so than the character, what actually appealed to me about the trailer is that Soul Calibur actually seems to look better and better every single time we get a new video. It just seems to just impress me more and more with how it looks visually. And I'm very surprised that they decided to do that super weak initial reveal when it was just Mitsurugi and Sophitia, and it looked really unfinished and it wasn't really nice at all. If they had amazing stuff like this lined up, they should have probably waited, because that was underwhelming for a lot of people. But I think if you're keeping up with Soul Calibur 6 at this point, I don't think anybody can deny that it's going to at least be visually an amazing spectacle, and then let's hope that it's actually really fun to play. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. I also want to mention before we wrap this up that the channel has actually been growing faster and faster over the last 2 months, faster than I had expected, which means that we're actually going to hit 10,000 subscribers very soon, which is crazy. And I have a couple of loose ideas of what I might want to do for 10,000, but I would like to make some sort of special video to show my gratitude to you guys. So I need ideas, and if you have any ideas of what you might want to see, anything you might think would be fun, please give me all of your ideas and let me know in the comments, and then I'll consider that and we'll see what we come up with. But yeah, that's another interesting thing on the horizon. So many things to be excited about. I hope you're excited as well. That's going to be it for this short little update video, but I have more in-depth content on Tekken coming very soon, so hopefully you stick around. But for now, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you again very, very soon.